Connor Murphy died today. It's just so sad and so unnecessary because even the death was basically him drowning while trying to escape the police in a lake, I guess. And it just goes to show you that you can reach any level of success, but if you don't have your health, you're still not going to be all that happy. Because there was a point in time where Connor Murphy was basically the biggest fitness influencer out there, and he saw all the success. And if he would just keep on making the content that he was making, keep on training and keep on doing the thing that he should be doing, he would still be relevant up until this day. But well, as I understood, his mental health wasn't really there as much as it should be, so that did not help. And over the years, his content became very, very odd because I basically kept on watching his stuff all through the years. Because initially, when he first started making these videos of showing off the girls in the middle of the street as he takes off his clothes, and then where he was doing these videos of chat roulette with women where he was like ripping off his shirt, I actually used to look up to him to an extent, and he was one of my initial sources of motivation to get into the gym and get into shape, because I remember thinking that I also want to have this level of confidence, and I also want to carry myself in a way that is impressive and that is confident. And yeah, then over the years I just kept on watching his stuff, well, his and John Skywalker's stuff, because both of these people were people that I used to follow back in the days, and his content nowadays was not that good, to say the least. And also in general, he was just generally not doing all that well. And he went through a few phases, because initially when his pickup artistry and his showing off to women in the middle of the street content started to lose traction, he tried a few different things, out of which nothing was basically successful. But the thing that he started doing most recently was this very odd interpretation of looks maxing, which, to be completely honest, just kind of came off creepy and came off as a very weird thing, and it was actually kind of unsettling and unpleasant to watch, because he just didn't seem like he's doing well. And yeah, it turns out I guess he wasn't. And it's just so unnecessary and so sad. And it goes to show you that also, like, a level of success can be difficult to manage. And if your mental health isn't really all there from the get-go, and if you do have some kind of mental issues to begin with, like actually being trusted into the spotlight and becoming as famous as he did, could probably mess you up a little bit. Because I do believe that most probably the success that he saw initially and then the lack thereof was probably the reason why he started becoming more and more neurotic. Because also, like, the thing with the content that he was making was he was trying to find something that he can do, because he was still actively posting content, and I feel like he was trying to gain relevance. Because also the beginning stages of it, and like the beginning red flags that we saw with him faking his death, with him faking that he's like in the hospital and so on, that was basically purely for clicks at that point. So I feel like there was some kind of a issue as well with him no longer seeing the level of success that he was used to, and that probably also amplified the mental issues that he already had. And yeah, just a very, very sad situation, because that was actually like one of the biggest OG fitness influencers out there, and he was a person a lot of people look up to. Because even now, when his content was no longer popping off and when the content that he was making wasn't really all that good, I was following him. He even posted like a video a few days ago, a very odd video of him crawling around the pool. But yeah, basically the only comments that you would see on these videos that he was posting was people just being concerned and people just worrying about him, because it didn't look like he's doing all that well, which I guess he wasn't. But yeah, rest in peace, Connor Murphy. A very, very sad situation. Okay, other than that, today was actually pretty chill. I actually had a very good workout at the gym, and the meal prep is paying off big time, because I was already so tired of coming home every single day and still having to cook and still having to do stuff. So this helps a lot. And also, to be completely honest, at this stage I still enjoy the meal prep, because I haven't really ate it for that long, and the only meat that I was eating for a very long period of time was chicken. So the fact that I'm doing beef now is actually also kind of helpful. So I feel like I'm going to be able to do this for at least a couple of months until I will once again get tired of it. and that is going to give me the break that I need from cooking, because I get to just cook all the 5 meals for the week that I need in an hour, and then I don't need to cook for the rest of the week, which is great. And also, a good thing that helps me a lot is the fact that I generally enjoy eating the same things over and over again, so I can eat the same thing for extended periods of time before I get tired of it. So I can go on ground beef and rice for like at least 2 months now before I'm going to get tired of it. So that is also going to help quite a lot, because I'm just generally not going to have to come up with anything new for at least a month. After that, I can rotate chicken or do something else. I'm not sure for how long is it that I'm going to be doing the meal prep, because I do enjoy cooking my meals fresh, but as long as I don't have as much time as I would like to, and as long as I'm busy and I need to do stuff, I'm most probably going to be mostly sticking to meal prep, because it's just so much more comfortable and so much more time efficient. And then during the weekends, when I have a little bit more time, I could cook something fresh, I could cook something nicer, and I can actually enjoy the meal. Because, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, doing fitness is going to be a very repetitive, very mundane thing to do, and you kind of have to get used to eating stuff over and over again, and that is mostly going to be a part of the deal, because as long as you don't have a private chef or a wife that you can afford to support and that she doesn't have to work and she can only cook for you, as long as you don't have one of those things, you are going to have to be fairly limited with what is it that you can cook, because not every meal prep is going to be this lavish, extraordinary meal with like different ingredients and like different things that you can add to it. It does become quite complicated if you want to do this thing by yourself while also working, while also training. So at the end of the day, you are mostly going to stick to very basic meals like ground beef and rice in my case. Yeah, other than that, I guess nothing else left to say for today, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow as I always do. So see you guys tomorrow.